elect
conscious.
are going to actually get through with family members, as she said.
Yeah, they're heathens. Yeah. That's where the spiritual, like that dude was coming up.
Jake always takes their family. You get $1 million.
We're spiritual Israel.
My everybody says.
And that's the thing, like Israel doesn't understand. Not everybody's going to be following. You got
so that's where it's now you're spiritual.
It's
not so much flesh.
That's not spiritual.
You got multiple positions that have to be filled.
Well, what he's quoting is Romans.
But not everybody has to prophesy.
It doesn't say it exactly like that.
And not everybody's meant to prophesy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Slug up. Right. Hey, get that Jeremiah 51. A lot of people don't understand prophecy. Jeremiah 51 is a prophecy of Babylon, the destruction of Babylon. That's cool. You got it?
Got it.
Go ahead, Bill.
Jeremiah 51 verse 1. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon.
Right? And raise up. How's he going to raise up against Babylon? He's going to raise up some prophets.
And against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind.
Which is actually clearly talking about that nuke. Right?
And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her,
right,
and shall empty her land.
Right. And that's what the nukes are going to do. At the same time, see, when nuclear war, World War III comes, you're not going to sustain it. All the animals are dying in the nature right now. You see, you got the red tide in Florida. They said all over there, sharks, fish, yeah, birds are falling out the sky. So not only is there not only going to be food in the fridge or in the market, but now there's not going to be no food in the wilderness. Just like that, there's no apples on these trees. You can't.
Well, and ultimately with the nuke, hidden, what does it do? It blocks out the sun, and then all of the plant life even dies. So and then what do the animals feast on is the plant life, and what are the carnivores plant on is those animals. So ultimately, all the food is going to be taken away.
And that's what Esau does. Esau's destroying.
He's just out here screaming about it anyway.
See, even when he offered shoes, he offered destroyed shoes. He don't offer spread new pair.
And it's the spirit that in Florida, that red slime, it's red. It's a red algae infestation, if you want to call it. And it's a spirit that is red because it produces no oxygen.
They destroyed the world.
And Esau the red man is destroying the world.
Hey, we'll take a fucking picture.
So that same spiritual representation of Esau is within nature now. That red algae is just destroying the world. Yeah, he can record this because he's not red algae. That's the point. He's getting his own judgment.
It's allegory, man.
12. No, it's 14 verse 12.
I'll give you a house about 40 minutes, okay?
Romans 14:12. So then every one of us shall give account of himself to the Most High.
Right. And you're going to give account for yourself. What you do against the Most High. Because really, he's right here with us in the spirit. Like it or not.
And if I may say, the Most High, like we just read, is no respecter of persons. There's 144,000 men and the families and members of those, the friends of them, that have an intercessor for them, which is Yahweh Shai. He speaks on our behalf. The rest of the people, you got to speak on your behalf. Yeah. And the Most High doesn't respect persons, so there's no words.
Hey,
it's all judgment.
This is Romans 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. Meaning, make opportunity for someone to get put out. But it ain't gonna be at our hand. Hey, lightning could come down and kill them.
Yes,
the ground could open up and swallow a man.
How you guys?
Comes the Kush, right?
Hey, it does every day in America.
You do think
what's going on, Kush?
Yes, it is.
It says, "For it is written, vengeance is mine; I will repay, saith Yahweh. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him." Hey, we're feeding your video. If he thirst, give him drink.
Hey, God said, love your enemy.
So doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
God said, love your
You're
enemy.
going to be judged. We dealt with you peacefully.
So you got to love Satan. Because Satan's your enemy.
You
You know what I mean?
And if I may say
that's
before it gets
logic,
out,
right? That's
Satan is a son of the Most High on the
He's a
left-hand
spirit.
side.
Is Satan your enemy?
We know that he does
our
his job.
adversary.
He's an adversary.
Yeah,
what
He's
does
set
the
up
word
to be the
adversary mean?
adversary.
That's a synonym for enemy.
No, it's not. It's a synonym for opponent. Doesn't mean it's an enemy. He's just on the opposite side.
This is Genesis 25, verse 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
Right, Esau.
Right. The so-called white man.
Right,
Make
so-called
sure you
white
let
man.
him know who Esau is.
Yeah.
That's all, man.
He goes
Wait,
back
bring
to
out the scriptures that says it's false.
Follows?
Bring out the scriptures that says it's false, heathen. What's false about it?
garbage.
We got the scriptures right on there.
This is the actual true image. That's what the offense is.
What's false? What's false? Come here.
Go ahead, brother.
Stand in front of the Lord.
And they called his
It's
name
not written in
Esau.
the Bible. You don't
Esau.
know the Bible.
We're reading the Bible. We're in context.
How can you say that walking away?
And after that came his brother
But no
out.
man pursue it.
Right?
That's not right.
And his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Right? That's a prophecy of the judgment that's to come to Esau. The so-called white man's going to go down and we're going to rule over them.
That's right.
Right along with all the other nations. Right. And we're going to be real
Oh, you gonna
heavy
smirk
on
it too
you.
when you whipping that ass.
Right. That's why. Right. We're at the end of this time. America's finished. Right. You're losing your power.
If you don't smirk, you die.
What? You smirking at?
America's not going to
Smirking.
survive World War III.
Son.
And his name was called Jacob.
Right?
And Isaac was 70 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
Right. A cunning hunter. That's a trait that a nation has. Hunters. They drive big trucks, lift kits so they don't get stuck in the mud.
Who are the ones over there in Africa hunting big game? Paying thousands of dollars to take a safari trip to mount a lion's head in their den.
White man.
Edomites. They love blood. Everywhere they go, they create blood.
What does that say to destroy them all?
They have to. But we can't do it. The blessing is their gun. We don't have that blessing. So you have no blessing to go to war with a man that you can't win. You gotta go with the power that can defeat it.
Sounds intense.
It is gonna be intense.
Can you guys do magic?
Go ahead, brother.
A man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Right, yeah. Dwelling in tents. Our people always have dwelled in tents.
Just chilling.
The so-called white man calls himself Caucasian, which goes back to cave dwellers. They like the rocks, the cliffs of the rocks. That's why they declare themselves the eagle.
Because where does an eagle nest? It nests on the cliffs.
Right there. Rome, they got Greece, America, Edom. They always use the eagle. Hey, get that other sign with the modern time, please.
Even back in
Anthony Kiedis.
in Petra.
You know Anthony Kiedis?
Get that sign.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Right here, look. You still use it on your dollar today.
He has the eagle on his back.
They even called the Apollo landing, the eagle had landed. Go ahead, brother. Well, tell me if you can grab over that 10.
It's all symbolic.
And Isaac loved Esau.